Paul McCartney has always believed he can control everything. He can tell people what to do and he can control things.
Secure this camera, guys, please. Come on, yeah, take him down. Come on, take him down.
Arrest this man.
Could you please go away? No? Oh.
I am pretty respectable, almost.
I'm a lucky man.
Great sound.
Is he all right?
I think it was just a scratch there.
I think it's absolutely disgusting.
And it was just, you know, blood drained from the face, you know, saying...
It's all right. You might just have a few deaths on the set due to electric shock.
George is dressed as an undertaker.
Look at this lovely picnic casket they packed for us.
You mean picnic basket, don't you?
No, I mean casket.
I got arms that long to hold you.
I mean, we're all going to die one day, but I'm not going to die for you quite yet.
Gorge on this blood, our offering.
Get sacrificed. I don't subscribe to your religion.
Do not stand as a witness against me.
And we followed his instruction, the Book of the Dead.
It's magic. It's one of those magic things. I believe in those magic moments. You know, they sometimes just happen to you. I don't talk about it too much in case the magic doesn't happen again. But, you know, I mean, we did have some kind of magic, but that's not really for me to say, but I just said it.
People later would say to me, you know, do you believe in magic? I said, well, I have to.
I'm a fervent Holy Grail, the Beatles. It is very special. It'll last a long time. So it should be treated like a religious icon.
It's a beautiful film. It looks so goddamn sinister. You know, I heard some stuff over the phone. Oh, wow, it was 2 months ago. 2 months old. Chaos. It was like some Machiavellian.
I object to those jobs.
Who are those guys?
Those two gentlemen from the trained. We can't carry on like this indefinitely.
We seem to be.
The last 2 years, actually.
Paul McCartney, the Baron.
Fuck all!
Oh, well, it's God and it's all those things.
Paul is God and we're just lying around there, you know.
This is the only life I can remember, and I'm happy enough doing it. So I got born again.
Yeah, number 9. At the time, I was just working with this bloke called John.
Yeah.
Now I look back and I was working with John Lennon.
John Lennon couldn't have made it any clearer when speaking of the Beatles' success and stating, quote, I sold my soul to the devil.
My position has always been the devil in the deep blue sea.
Think. Come on, Mick. Come on, you can do this.
So, Brian?
I'm sorry, boys. I talked to Parlophone and...
Sorry for what?
Sorry, but you failed the audition.
According to the now defunct site The Beatles Never Existed, well, the Beatles never existed. Instead, the site's former curators went to a great deal of trouble to research how the 4 Liverpool lads were actually a constructed and rotating set of characters.
The Beatles never existed.
You know, who are the Beatles? They don't exist.
If the Beatles don't exist, you don't exist.
But the funny thing is that when I was 15, I had to come back to the school to get my piece of paper that said you'd been to school, and then you could go and pick up your dole, your money. And I went there and they said, you've never been here. You just haven't been here. I said, I promise you, I was here. You got to give me a piece of paper.
I don't care who you are. Get out
No, I don't care if you're a werewolf.
I want to be an astronaut. Yeah, and I want to be a deep-sea fisherman.
Bang goes another myth.
Paul McCartney himself released a statement today saying, quote, I am very excited about my upcoming death. The mourning period should really be fantastic. I wish I could be there.
I'm alive. Am I?
Oh, don't say that. You'll always be feelings.
Forget about him. He's playing on your mind. You don't need him.
It was the 1st of May 2012 when Sir Paul McCartney escaped unharmed after he narrowly avoided a helicopter crash. The near miss, which took place near the singer's home in East Sussex, has been under investigation by the government's Department of Transport after the Air Accidents Investigation Branch classified it as a serious incident. According to the Mail on Sunday, Sir Paul and his wife Nancy Chevelle were returning from an event in London when the helicopter pilot began to struggle as a result of the bad weather. The pilot attempted to land on the former Beatles' private helipad, but instead dived towards some trees. He managed to avoid a potentially fatal crash by mere feet after regaining control and pulling up at the last minute. The landing was then aborted and the flight diverted to Lydd Airport in Kent, 15 miles away. A representative for Sir Paul told the paper, "Paul has been spoken to. It has been put to him, everything. It's a no comment."
How do you sleep at night?
What is the closest you have come to losing life and limb?
Someplace in New Zealand and I think Houston.
Well, just generally Texas, yeah, whenever we go to Texas, we almost get killed, because we're too busy guarding the oil down there,
You have to take a bit of violence.
I think that's too dangerous. I mean, that is an interesting thought of you all being beaten up. I mean, you could go back to Manila.
If I get knocked down by a taxi cab, it's a celebrated person being knocked down in a taxi cab.
People just take our music and have no idea if there's any Aeolian cadences and, miasmic climaxes and all of that.
There's the magic again.